in center field today. Take a look at that last pitch that missed out and away.
See the middle infielders double play depth here, hoping for a ground ball.
Third baseman even with the bag against the right-handed hitting Dominowski.
Nice job by the catcher, Johnny Timmons there, keeping that ball in front.
Pitch misses low. Barta has about a 3-step lead over at first. McDaniel holding him there. Ball skied foul back behind us.
Give him a little love, left. Give him a little love. Right there.
Stephan back on the rubber and ready to go. That one foul out of play down the left side. First time we've seen a foul ball go down that way before. Down, see the elementary school down there at the bottom of the hill down beyond the left field corner. 2-2 the count to the number 3 batter, Owen Dominowski. No score. Bottom of the first. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch. Looked like a fastball, just a little bit up and away. Dominowski couldn't lay off. It's the hardest pitch to lay off of as a hitter. Great spot.
Almost looked like, Chris, it had a little tail action to it there as it got to the zone.
A little arm side run from the lefty Stephan there. That is correct.
There's Matt Miller, the extra hitter. Fouls this one back. Saginaw hitting 10 in its order today, so Miller is the extra hitter. We mentioned you can bat up to 12 in the order. Miller, the cleanup hitter. 2 outs, 1 on. That ball pops out of the glove of the catcher, Timmons, and allows Barta to head down to second base on the pass ball. First runner in scoring position for either team. Timmons walking that baseball out to his pitcher to have a little conversation.
Wonder if he was crossed up at all on that.
We had it in his glove for at least a beat, and then it popped out. So, I don't know, you wonder. Time called. Normally, when you see a catcher crossed up, they don't even get a glove on it, and it's a scramble back to the backstop.
Yeah, and it looks a lot worse than that one did. You're correct.
Off the end of the bat, fouled out of play. Both middle infielders jumping in behind the runner, Barta, at second. Stephan did not give the runner a look, however. His attention focused squarely at the plate. That ball is lifted over the infielders. Shortstop will pick it up, though, on a hop at the back of the cutout. It was looped over the third baseman's head. Finn Miller picked it up, kept it from going to the outfield, and that holds the runner at third.
Yeah, I think Miller got jammed a little bit, but he hit it in the perfect spot because the infielders were kind of holding the runner pinched up the middle. The shortstop was over toward the base. If he were in his normal position, he would have been able to catch that ball.
So it goes into the books as an infield hit for Miller, bringing Gavin Schmidt, the first baseman, to the plate. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. That ball is lined squarely into center field and will drop for a hit. Barta comes home with the game's first run, and Saginaw Gold leads this ball game 1-0.
Good piece of hitting there by Schmidt. Just smokes the ball in the right center field gap. Gets himself an RBI and a base hit.
The most solidly hit ball that we've seen so far today in the early going.
Yes, it was.
L.J. Hartman stands in. The catcher hitting from the right side with 2 outs and a run in this bottom of the first. Checks his swing on a pitch up. They appeal down. Nothing going. Full umpire crew today. Blue shirt at every base.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
That's big time.
4-man crew. That's
yeah,
right.
That's big time right there.
You don't even get that in minor league baseball. Heck, you don't get that in most college baseball.
No, you do not. Foul back.
Kudos to Ryan Johnson and his staff running this tournament, man. They have done a great job in getting this thing organized and getting it going over the last several years.
The logistics alone to run a tournament that uses 10 different sites is daunting.
Well, I was coaching with Ryan on Thursday, and they lost Loeb Stadium for a while, I think, for morning games yesterday. So it's going through the checklist trying to find some extra fields to play some games at. So good thing is he had a lot of options to choose from, so I'm sure he was able to get that done.
1-2 count to Hartman, 2 outs, 2 on, and a run in. Foul back. Steffen has gone deep into the pitch count here in this first inning. Try again with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Took something off. So Steffen gets 3 strikeouts in the inning, but in between, Saginaw gets a run on 2 hits, 2 left. We're through 1 inning in this 15U bracket game. Saginaw Gold leads at 1-0. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn.
Oh, what a swim. 6 of them.
Good look at Jim Turner Field on the campus of Logansport High School, heart of Cass County in north central Indiana. There's the elementary school there, the sloped roof down to the left of the left field corner. Great complex here. Love coming up here. We come up here for state basketball tournament games. This tournament,
The Berry Bowl.
the Berry Bowl. It's a great basketball venue. Football stadium just down the street. Bottom of the order, middle of the order, I should say, due up for the Yard Goats here in this top of the second. Finn Miller, the shortstop, stands in, the cleanup hitter. First pitch fouled back as Ryan Pittman struck out the side in this top of the first. Goes back to work. He was very effective in that first inning, mixing his pitches, Chris.
Yes, he was.
Took something off it there, and again, Miller fouls it off down the right side.
Not only mixing up pitches, but really pounding the strike zone.
He's ahead in the count, 0-2 is Pittman.
Good
Line
swing.
drive right at the second baseman. Schufelt snags it for the out.
So as a hitter, you just tip your cap, you go back to the dugout. That's all you can do as a hitter. All you can control is hitting the ball hard. And Finn Miller hit that one right on the button, just unfortunately right to the second baseman.
Andrew Wagner to the plate. Left fielder. Pitch misses away. Wagner out of Effingham High School. That went up and in. Wagner had to duck down to get out of the way of that one. That one misses.
First time we've seen him fall behind the hitter this way.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, first time we've seen him down 3-0, Pittman. Wagner taking all the way. Pittman lays one in on the inside corner. That one misses up, and the Yard Goats have their first base runner of the morning. So 1 on, 1 out. Cole Henderson, the second baseman, heads to the plate. See if we get any activity on the base pass here with 1 away. Off-speed pitch misses up. Schmidt holding the runner, and they'll throw over. Pittman glances over at the runner.
There it goes. Oh, that's going to be
Line into right field, and the right fielder's got it. Runner was going and is doubled off. Wagner going, it was hit hard down the right field line, but Erlenbeck was able to get to it, make the play, and once he had it in his glove, it was an easy double up to first base to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Saginaw Gold leading 1-0. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score!
Hey there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
Derek, do you know what we do not have in common with Ted Lasso?
What's that, Jake?
We made it beyond 3 seasons.
Oh, we're going to make it like 30, 40, 50 seasons. As long as your heart holds out, that is. Query and Schultz every Tuesday night. You can watch it right here on the ISC Sports Network, on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, X, podcast, whatever it is. Just call it whatever you want.
Twitter doesn't exist.
Just make sure Tuesday nights, Query and Schultz, 7:30, all season long right here on the ISC Sports Network.
We outlasted Twitter.
We did.
Beautiful day here in Logansport. Expect it to be that way all afternoon as we've got 4 games for you here on the ISC network. This first of 2 days of bracket play in this Greater Lafayette World Series. Rob Brown alongside Chris Walker. Happy you're with us on this sunny Saturday. Saginaw Gold leading this game 1-0, and we'll send hitters 7, 8, 9 to the plate in this bottom of the second. Demarion Erlenbeck, who made the catch to start the double play in the top of the second. First pitch swinging.
Ball smoked.
Shortstop Miller's got it over to first for the out.
That ball's hit right on the button, just on the ground. But Demarion Erlenbeck really smoked that ball right at the shortstop. On this turf, it stays true. Makes it a nice, routine, easy play for the shortstop there.
Yeah, and a ball hit like that, Chris, when it's hit on a natural surface, you don't know what it's going to get when it gets to that dirt.
Right. That is correct. You know, everyone talks about the launch angle in today's game, but I'm still a big proponent, especially at the high school level, with some of these fields you play on. I think you're better off hitting line drives and hard ground balls because a lot of these fields, it's so hard to field a hard ground ball
Yep.
on.
But as you mentioned, on this turf, you're going to get a true hop.
That's right.
And Miller with a nice play to retire the leadoff hitter. Here's Ryan Pittman, the pitcher.
You've seen so many more of these synthetic turf fields come up here in the Midwest lately. I'm an old school guy. I like baseball being played on grass and dirt, but I'm telling you, if you're in the Midwest and you're building new fields and you don't make it a turf field, you're crazy, right? Because you get so many more opportunities to play games, to practice, to get reps on these turf fields. So you just have to do this if you have the finances to do it.
Ball hit to the second baseman. And another true hop. This time it's Henderson making the play, 2 away. And to that point, Chris, you can actually turn it in. I know we've seen it here early in the season at Logansport. College season starts so early.
Yep.
A lot of high schools that have these kinds of facilities can rent their fields out to local colleges and make some additional revenue,
Rob, I will tell
out of the
you,
facility.
So with me being a Lafayette guy, I see it all the time in the early season with Purdue. So Purdue will go over to Loeb Stadium in the preseason before their season starts. If you get a good weather day in February, they can get on the turf and get some practice in outside.
Fisted up in the air, and the ball easily fielded by the third baseman, Dalton York, to end the inning. So the Saginaw Gold go 1-2-3 in this bottom of the second. We're through 2, and the Gold leading this one 1-0. Third inning next. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Jackson takes the handoff, throws the deep ball. He's got a man. Catch made. Rolling, has a man. First down, the grab by Cyrus. Billingsley keeps. Billingsley spins away from the tackle. Still going. Touchdown, Snyder. Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot! Hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow.
This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Now the home of the Berries, Jim Turner Field. Our host for today. 4 games for you on this ISC network. Top of this third inning. And the Yard Goats out of Champaign, Illinois, coming to the plate, trailing 1-0. Swing and a miss. Colby Parrott, our leadoff batter in this inning, number 7 man in the order, the right fielder.
Kobe was way behind that first pitch fastball. Let's see if Pittman stays with that fastball. I think he'd be doing a favor if you threw him something off speed here. Make sure you can catch up with that fastball first.
Out and away. Count evens. We'll see another team from this Yard Goat program later on today in our 3 o'clock game. Pitch outside. The Yard Goat 16U team is the 3rd seed in that bracket. We'll have them at 3:15 later today. Swing and a miss. That was ball 3.
Yes, it was. But again, Rob, it's that fastball that, as a hitter, that's up in your eyes. It's really hard to lay off of, but it's even tougher to get to. So it's like the worst case scenario for a hitter.
Counts even. Pittman wants a reset of the signs as Parrott steps out. Yep. Misses away. Count goes full. Swing and a miss. Parrott late on that one, and Pittman has his 4th strikeout of the game.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about right there. He just seemed to be behind that fastball. Couldn't time it up. So if you're Pittman, you got to stick with that pitch. Very good pitching there.
The designated hitter, Grady Stock, hits to the plate as Hartman goes out to talk to his pitcher. looked like, Chris, in that last at bat, there was a little bit of miscommunication on the signs between pitcher and catcher. Saw Pittman shake off Hartman a couple times. Stock checked his swing, but it was in the zone regardless.
Yeah, when you have that, it's always best call time, go out there, talk, make sure everyone's on the same page. You especially like that if you're the home plate umpire. You don't want to take one off the chest or the face mask unnecessarily. And as we said with the last batter, I think if you're Pittman, you need to stick with a fastball. I would go high and tight fastball outside corner. Slowed him down a little bit there.
Fisted foul down the third base side. Politas gave chase but couldn't get there.
Good pitch.
Dropped it in right at the knees for strike 3.
That looked maybe like a changeup or something. Like you see, we can see a replay on that pitch, but whatever it was on the outside corner, let's see what you think there. I think just a fastball on the outside corner just froze him. Great pitch there by Ryan Pittman, and he is dealing here today, folks.
You saw at the end of that replay, Hartman did a little bit of a pull, pull that back into the zone, maybe an inch or two. That pitch is tight, 2-0.
5 strikeouts so far for Pittman through 2 2/3.
Will Sikora in, standing in, the number 9 hitter.
And that's what you call the old getting fooled by a breaking ball. Normally, if you're at the college level, you hear guys from the dugout screaming sword. When you see that kind of weird, awkward swing, it just makes me laugh every time I hear that. That's a foul ball.
That one hit the handle.
I think right off the knob, I think.
Yep.
The way that ball ricocheted off, it had hit knob because, trust me, folks, if that would have hit his hand, he would have been going down like he got shot. I mean, because that would have really hurt.
Instead, it's a foul ball, count even. Misses away, and the second batter of the inning facing a 3-2 count. Pittman struck out Parrott on a 3-2 count to begin the inning.
Good
Ball
swing.
lined into right field. Right fielder charging. There may be a play, and he's safe. Oh-ho, that was close.
You know what? The ball beat him, but the umpire signaled that the first baseman was off the bag. So I don't know. Obviously, we can't see from here, but, you know, that ball is smoked. Right fielder comes up throwing hard to first. The ball definitely beat him. Let's see. That is a tremendous call by the first base umpire because he most certainly was off the base there.
And that's great work by our crew to get that.
Yes, it is.
Cameras down each line. Got a great look at that. So Sikora's hit is the first hit of the game for the Yard Goats.
Right, and Rob, I think we just found out our answer. I think they're hitting 10, right?
They are hitting 10. So this is...
Is this Baker?
Yes. This is Talon Baker.
Oh,
and he's
good
got a base
piece.
hit that gets by the first baseman. And Baker takes the right turn. So Talon Baker, the extra hitter in the 10 spot in the order, gets jammed but gets it down past the first baseman anyway. So 2 hits, two out hits.
By the 9 and 10 hitters in the order, now you roll it back to the top, see if you can do some damage here.
Dalton York, the leadoff hitter, struck out looking to begin the ball game. So that was Talon Baker with the base hit in the 10 spot in the order. Off-speed pitch up, and York was twisted into a swing.
Very well called there, my friend. Good pitch.
That one just missed away.
Great pitch there by Pittman, but better take by York.
How hard is that pitch to lay off?
Very hard.
Time called.
Because it looks so good for so long. In the last minute, the bottom just kind of drops out of it. Normally, you see a hitter swing right over the top of that.
Off the end of the bat, nice play by the first baseman, Schmidt, to glove that one and step on the bag. So 3 straight hard-hit balls by the Yard Goats, but the last one ends up in the glove of the first baseman, Schmidt, and Pittman works his way out of the jam. We're through 2.5. Saginaw Gold leads this one 1-0. Back in a moment. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Rob Brown and Chris Walker back with you. Look at some Saginaw Gold supporters sitting behind home plate as their team leading this one 1-0 heading to the bottom of the third. Saginaw Gold going 3-0 in pool play. The Yard Goats going 2-0-1. Pool play going Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We mentioned 10 facilities being used in this tournament. Saginaw playing here at Central Catholic and at West Lafayette earlier this week. Meanwhile, the Yard Goats played at Loeb Field in Lafayette, Clinton Prairie, and Rossville. It's just all over. Just there's a field close. Let's get to it.
Sign them up.
Let's get it in. I'm not sure what the delay is to get this bottom of the third in underway. We don't have the 2.5-minute clock out in left center field like they do at the big league ballparks. So the number 10 hitter, Andrew Schufelt, second baseman in the lineup today, stands in to begin this bottom of the third. First pitch swinging, lifts it back, foul over our heads.
That ball was way up high. He was able to get a bat to it.
Foul back again. 0-2. Drew Steffen, the Yard Goats starting pitcher, the left-hander, has 3 strikeouts in the ball game. Did retire Saginaw Gold in order in the second. Pitch down. Saginaw Gold with 2 hits and a run in the first inning. Both hits coming with 2 out. Steffen has one he likes after shaking off the first 2 signs. And swinging a miss. Schufelt swung and a pitch out of the zone, and he's down on strikes.
Pitch up and away. Again, like you said, coming from the left-handed pitcher there, Drew Steffen, that ball's got some arm side run, so it's just going to be run away from you as a right-handed hitter. Once you commit to it, you're in big trouble in that situation.
Back to the leadoff hitter, and James Politis struck out looking in his first at bat today.
Hey, back a couple, Dalton. Back 2, Dalton.
Ball golfed into left field, and the left fielder drifting over. That's Harimski to make the play, 2 away. Sean Barta scored the only run of the game, walked and advanced to second on a pass ball, then came around on Gavin Schmidt's 2-out single for the first run of the ball game.
Good pitch.
Right on the outside corner.
Yeah, that's the one where Barta, that's a good job taking that pitch. I mean, if you're not expecting that, you're not going to be able to do much with it.
That pitch misses up. And the count evens. Stefan's got a sign he likes, delivers, fouled back.
That time he went fastball, middle in, and Barta was right on it. See what he goes with here, being up in the count 1-2. Good breaking ball count.
Ball lifted down the right side.
Nice job.
And McDaniel, after perilously negotiating the fence in the first inning, comes back, found the fence early, and then relocated the baseball to secure it for the third out of the inning. We're through 3. Saginaw Gold leading this 15U bracket game 1-0. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them.
And we head to the top of the 4th. Saginaw Gold leading this ball game 1-0. 15U pool game. Saginaw Gold the 2 seed. Yard Goats the 7 seed. And leading off this top of the 4th is Johnny Timmons, the catcher, struck out swinging in the first. And he's ahead in the count 2-0 is Timmons. Winner of this game advances to tomorrow's semifinal. That'll be at 10:45 at Rossville High School. Is that a 3A program, Rossville?
2A.
2A? Okay. Pitch outside, and it's 3-1.
You know, I'm not 100% sure on that, though.
3-1 count, and Timmons gets the leadoff walk. So the Yard Goats get the leadoff runner aboard. First time that has happened for either team today.
Only the second walk here by Pittman today with 5 strikeouts so far.
A visit to the mound. Pittman has allowed 2 walks, 2 hits. They're striking out the side in the first.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be a pitching change.
You want to stay here? You want to take a break?
Well, we'll go ahead and keep it here. We are going to have a pitching change.
Looks like a lefty coming in.
Yep, we'll see if we can't get a number for you. So the new pitcher. We'll take a look here. We know it's number 8, the left-hander, but Yeah, Quentin Lorenz. Well, we'll take a look at Pittman's strikeouts. Ryan Pittman exits the game with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hits allowed. Goes 3+ innings. Leadoff runner aboard is his responsibility. But the new pitcher is Quentin Lorenz. Quentin Lorenz, spelled Lorincz, which is attributed to my hesitation. I want to make sure I got that right. I did check that with a parent before the game, so I knew that was a tricky one, and I had it in my notes and want to make sure I got it correct. Quentin Lorenz, the left-hander.
Makes me wonder if Pittman, if Steffens was on some kind of pitch count or something, or
well, that was Pittman that got pulled. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
Pittman got pulled because he seemed to be throwing the ball really well.
I don't know. That's a good question. Anything that I would say in response to that would likely be speculation.
Right.
But I would say that in reading Pittman's body language as he headed to the dugout, it did not appear that he was leaving of his own volition.
So in other words, you're saying he wasn't happy.
Did not look like it. No. That's all the further I will go. So Ben McDaniel is in to hit. The number 3 hitter who struck out to end the first. Quentin Lorenz is the new pitcher. McDaniel fouls it straight back. So, Chris, give the viewer, though, a taste of your McDaniel. You struck out against Timmons, the right-hander, in the first inning. What's the different look with the left-hander here in the second at bat?
Well, number one, for McDaniel, you're happy you're happy that Pittman is out of the game. Give yourself another chance. And so now you just got to change your sights a little bit. Look for a ball, middle away. I always like to look just like that one from a lefty. And my approach in these situations always try to drive the ball as hard as you can at the head of the second baseman. If you do that, you're going to stay on the ball that's middle away, and it's going to give you a chance if he comes in. You can at least, even if you get yourself jammed, you give yourself a chance to put the ball in play.
McDaniel's fouled a couple back, and now he sees the count even at 2-2 as that ball's low. Good lead for the runner Timmons over at first. And it's hit hard. The ground is short. Out at second. And safe at first. So Barta, fielding his position at short, gets the leadoff man at second, or the lead runner, I should say, at second, but just too much time to turn it. And McDaniel's aboard on the fielder's choice.
And the ball's just a couple steps to the third base side and makes the shortstop have to range to his to his left to field it, and that takes a double play out of contention.
Poked into right field, and a charging Erlenbeck makes the catch, almost overran the baseball. Well, Erlenbeck plays a shallow right field, almost like a softball right field out there.
Yes, he does. If you can hit a ball hard right at him, get over his head, or if you can shoot one, again, keep in mind you're on the turf. If you can shoot a ball's right-hand hitter at that 354 sign in the gap, you got a good situation for him.
Now McDaniel's hung up.
He's safe.
And down to second base. He is safe as an errant throw allows McDaniel to get to second base. He was initially hung up in a pickoff. Let's take another look at this.
Rob, it's not only the throw. I think the first base did everything right. The problem in that situation, to me, you have to have your shortstop covering on that play.
Roller to second. Schufelt makes the easy play over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Yard Goats get a couple aboard, but strand a runner. We're through 3.5, and Saginaw Gold leads 1-0. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score!
Hey there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
Derek, do you know what we do not have in common with Ted Lasso?
What's that, Jake?
We made it beyond 3 seasons.
Oh, we're going to make it like 30, 40, 50 seasons. As long as your heart holds out, that is. Query and Schultz every Tuesday night. You can watch it right here on the ISC Sports Network, on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, X, podcast, whatever it is. Just call it whatever you want.
Twitter doesn't exist.
Just make sure Tuesday nights, Query and Schultz, 7:30, all season long right here on the ISC Sports Network.
We outlasted Twitter.
We did.
Well, fans seeking some shade, but not the kind of day where you need to run to it. 70 degrees at game time. Just a beautiful late morning, early afternoon on track here in Logansport.
Rob, we have had a tremendous summer, in my opinion, thus far. A lot of rain lately, but
rain early.
Yes, but not incredibly hot temperatures that you normally see this time of year. So it's been, especially these last few days, have been just outstanding.
It's like living in San Diego without the water.
That's, you got it. A lot of high 70 degree days. That's right.
Heading to the plate is the number 3 hitter, Owen Dominowski. Good look at Owen. Struck out in his first time to the plate. Drew Steffen of the Yard Goats is on for his 4th inning of work. Number 14, the left-hander. Good look from our center field camera. And Steffen waits as Dominowski steps out. Now we're ready to go. First pitch up. Well, ever since allowing those two-out hits in the first inning, Steffen has retired 7 in a row.
Going to be 8.
Lifted down the right side and an easy foul ground put away by the first baseman, McDaniel.
Steffen has been really good. He's really settled himself in here.
Here's Matt Miller, the extra hitter. Bats in the cleanup spot, was jammed but able to loop it over the third baseman's head for a base hit in his first time at bat. That kept the inning alive, and then Gavin Schmidt behind him in the order 1 spot then came up and drove in the game's only run. Hit hard right at the shortstop. Miller did not even have to move. 2 away.
Okay, folks, so I'm going to give you an instruction of why baseball stinks sometimes. So if you're Matt Miller, your first at-bat, you hit a ball about 20 miles an hour exit velocity for a base hit. This one, you hit one about 90 mile an hour exit velocity, and you're running back to the dugout before you get out of the batter's box. That's why baseball is such a tough game to play.
And you look in the box score, and you're 1 for 2.
That's right.
Fouled straight back.
You can do everything right in this game as an offensive player and have nothing to show for it. You know, I say it all the time, and people that love the game but don't truly understand how hard it is. I said, you know, you can go out to California for a week, take a vacation, and you go watch Mike Trout play 5 baseball games. He may go, 2 for 15 in a week, and you walk away saying, man, this guy's not really that good. And you would be so wrong, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because in baseball, you just never know. I mean, right? It's trying to be consistent. It's the long haul of the season. And being as consistent as you can be, that determines if you're a good player or not.
Yeah, Schmidt hits one hard and foul down the left side. And to further your point, Chris, the flip side of that, we saw last week, those of us that followed the Cincinnati Reds religiously, Reese Hines came up from AAA with a 35% strikeout rate and proceeded to look like Willie Mays for 6 days.
No kidding. I couldn't believe that.
5 home runs in 6 days.
Very well said.
Pitch taken inside at the knees. Yeah, Hines hit 5 home runs in 6 days, and the only ball he didn't hit in the second deck at Great American was a grand slam off the end of the bat to right center field.
And the key to what you said is, I mean, he came up with a 35% strikeout rate. I mean, for him to even be making that much contact is crazy.
2-2 count to Schmidt, swinging away on a pitch away. And for the 3rd straight inning, Drew Steffen has retired the Saginaw Gold in order. Yard Goats looking for some offense. We head to the fourth. Yard Goats trailing Saginaw Gold 1-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here. The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC. Local lives here.
Well, we move to the fifth inning here at Jim Turner Field. Saginaw Gold out of Michigan leading the Yard Goats out of Champaign, Illinois, 1-0 in this 15U bracket game. The other half, actually the 16U, we'll have a 16U bracket game next. That's our schedule for around a 1 o'clock start. That'll pit the Badger Baseball Academy against the Indy Sharks.
Badger Baseball Academy. I wonder, does that have anything to do with Wisconsin?
That is out of Germantown, Wisconsin. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, you read that like a letter-high fastball.
Which I joke all the time, and Wisconsin does not have a baseball team.
As in the University of.
I'm sorry, the
yeah.
University of Wisconsin, yes.
Yes.
And it's, I've always said I would love to see them have a baseball team because that city really supports baseball well because they have a Northwoods League team, the Madison Mallards there, and that team, I think they draw like 5,000 fans a night in the summer for those games.
Yep. Cole Henderson leads it off for the Yard Goats here in the fifth.
And our home plate umpire is very generous with his time calls allowed by hitters because, man, we've seen some really late calls today. Great pitch.
Outside corner taking a strike. And back in my time in Fort Wayne 25, 30 years ago, they had a team in the Midwest League, did Madison.
Oh, gotcha.
Hit on the ground to third. Politis backhands it, recovers, long throw, and he got it.
Nice job there by Politis. I mean, you got to understand, too, it's another thing about understanding playing on turf. You have plenty of time. That ball's hit hard at you. Just knock it down, stay in front, gather yourself, make a strong throw. You're going to get the out. He does that. You have one out.
Colby Parrott struck out in his first time up. Takes a breaking ball at the belt for a strike.
Tell you what, Quentin Lorenz has come in and kind of done what his counterpart has been doing. He's really filling up the strike zone. Even when he misses, he's not very far. So he's doing, really both the two pitchers for the Yard Goats and then the Steffens for the Saginaw Gold and then Steffens for the Yard Goats are really just pumping strikes today.
Lorenz is working very quickly.
Yes, he is.
He's up on the rubber ready to go.
Absolutely love that as a fielder.
Pitch in tight, and it's 3-1. One out in the top of the fifth. Saginaw Gold, the road team with the gold sleeves, or the home team, excuse me, leading this one 1-0. That pitch up, and Parrott gets the one-out walk. The sixth base runner of the game for the Yard Goats, but Yard Goats have been unable to get a runner past second base, trailing 1-0.
Well, the two hits have come from the next two guys in the lineup, so this is a big at-bat by Grady Stock here.
That ball down and away. And a stolen base by Colby Parrott.
And Colby's able to advance the signal on that ball in the dirt, and now it makes it an even bigger at bat for Stock with Chicola and Baker coming up. Good pitch.
Oh, checking my roster, this is a pinch hitter.
Is it?
It is. So Camden Trendler, Trendler, Camden Trendler pinch hitting. And the ball gets away from Hartman. And now the Yard Goats are in business with Parrott at third base and one away. So Camden Trendler, the pinch hitter.
Now, if you're Canada, you just got to put a ball in play, put it on the ground. Your infielders are still, your middle guys are still back. They're creeping in some. Oh, that may not score.
Hit hard, one hopper.
Great job. It's great at bat.
And that'll be enough to bring the run home. Schufelt took a look at the plate, but again, Chris, he was playing at normal depth, maybe a step deeper. His only play was to first.
I think that was a right decision there. I think if you throw home, there's nowhere you're going to get him. It's a really good at-bat by Camden Tremler. That's what I call a team at-bat. You know, you go back in the dugout, get a lot of high fives from your teammates when you do that.
So 2 away, but the game is tied. And Will Sikora stands in. So the Yard Goats are able to scratch out a run with a stolen base, a walk, a stolen base, a pass ball, and an RBI ground out.
Wow. Backdoor breaking ball there. Really nice by Lorenz.
Lifted into right field, and Erlenbeck covers a lot of ground out there.
Yes, he does.
And he runs that ball down with ease for the third out of the inning. But in the inning, the Yard Goats get a run on no hits, no runners, nobody left. And the Yard Goats tie up the game 1-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
And gets the highlights. He takes the look away, and he puts it away. The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes.
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score.
(1-1) our score. Heading to the bottom of the fifth. The Yard Goats getting a solo run in the top of the fifth to tie this one up. Saginaw Gold with the bottom half of the order due up in this bottom of the fifth. Great crew working with us today. Happy to have them with us. Jordan Shue, our director. Vince Morellis on the replay. David Kahn on the graphics. Dennis Glover, Dalton Cox, and Rob Lynch on the cameras this morning and this afternoon.
Takes a village to run this production.
It absolutely does. Absolutely. L.J. Hartman leads it off. Catcher, number 6 hitter, struck out to end the first. And Stefan grooves it. First pitch right down the middle. Stefan has retired 10 in a row since Gavin Schmidt's RBI single with 2 outs in the first gave the Saginaw Gold its only run of the game. Ball in tight. And it's 3-0.
That one got the home plate umpire right off the shin guard there. Thank goodness for that equipment.
2-1 the count. Steffen back to it and just misses low. Steffen has allowed just one walk, and that was the only runner he's allowed that scored. That was Barta back in the first inning. 3-hopper to short. Miller gathers himself and throws across for the out.
Nice job there by Miller, taking his time, getting his feet set, making a strong throw to first base for the first out of the inning. And that keeps the streak going for Mr. Steffen.
Well, he is locked in.
Yes, he
He
is.
is just. He dug in after giving up the run in the first, got a strikeout to end the inning, and the thing I like about him the most, Chris, that his demeanor never changes.
It never did.
You don't get any feel looking at him whether things are going good or bad. He just keeps working.
You know, what I'm going to say sounds so simple, but when you see it done in a game, you just love it. I mean, when pitchers throw strikes, it is hard to get hits as a hitter. There's times when you get in there in that batter's box, and when you're struggling as a hitter, it looks like there's 99 fielders out there, right? And that's why I always say to pitchers, just throw strikes, because hits are hard to come by. Most times you're going to hit one right at someone, take your chances to get it out. But when you just walk guys, you give yourself no chance.
And Marion Erlenbeck, who we've seen make a number of running catches in right field.
Been very active defensively.
He stands in, down in the count 1-2. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out to short. That pitch outside. And the count evens.
You know, to finish my point, you know, very rarely do you see like 4 or 5 hits in an inning. Yes, it happens, but it's happened so infrequently that if you're a pitcher, just get in there and attack the strike zone and see what happens.
Fouled straight back.
Man, where is that field mic located? Because it sounds like it is. Am I missing?
Right there above
Yep.
the screen. That ball hit on the fencing about 6 feet above our field mic. Foul off the end of the bat, out of play down the right side.
Tell you what, the way that field mic's picking up the action down there, you gotta pay extra attention to your dugout, so to watch your mouth down, and you want to get in trouble with mom when you get home.
Yes. Try the 2-2 again. That one in tight.
It's a good pitch in that situation. Love 2-2 breaking balls there. As a hitter, you're kind of in swing mode, and a lot of times you can get a hitter out in front there. Good job by Erlenbach staying back. Now he gives himself a chance to get a good pitch to hit on 3-2 here.
Inside, and Erlenbach works the one-out walk.
And that breaks up a long streak of outs, doesn't it?
See, by my count, it's 11 straight. Steffen had retired.
It's been a long time since he's been in the stretch. Let's see how he makes the adjustment here.
Here's Ryan Pittman, who's in the hitting order, began the game as the starting pitcher, remains in the order hitting. 1 out, 1 on. Fouled out of play down the right side.
This is a situation as a coach. I know it's risky, but I would try to get some movement on the bases here. Even with a left-handed pitcher, Steffen has a high leg kick. You should be able to tell when he's going home and when he's not. So get out there and try to pick a pitch, or you can go on first movement here and take your chances. Not with that lead, though. You can't do a good pick-off move there.
Steffen did not even look over at first base before he made the move. It was a quick move.
Yes, it was.
Get to the plate and foul back.
Now 0-2. Wouldn't expect him to be going on this pitch here.
Erlenbeck conservative lead at first. Runner
going.
goes.
Oh,
and the
that's going to
ball
be
is
perfect.
lined into the gap. Left fielder over to cut it off. Throw into third is off the line. And the perfect hit and run executed by Pittman. Take another look.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it would be probably a call hit and run because that's not the count you would want to do that in with 2 strikes. But the fact that, let's see, Ryan Pittman just smokes a ball on a situation when Erlenbacher's running, it works out well. So now you get guys on the corners with 1 out. So now if you're the if you're the second all gold team, you are sitting in a perfect position to try to get some additional runs to take the lead here.
Well, a visit to the mound, and the conversation is prolonged. We'll see if there's a change. Looks like Stefan will still be the guy on the rubber. There's a rather lengthy discussion going on out there.
You wonder where they are in the lineup. Is this a situation where you may see a suicide or kind of safety squeeze situation here? Erlenbach runs well at third. Wonder if Carter bunts well, but it doesn't look like he's in swing mode here, although he's on top of the plate. It's in the back of the box, so I don't expect him to bunt here. He's bunting. There it is.
And it's laid down.
Oh, he's going to be safe.
Stefan goes to first, and too long of a decision process allows Harimsky to reach. So Stefan took a look at third to make sure Erlenbach wasn't going.
Yep. You know, if you're Stefan there, Rob, in my opinion, I mean, yes, you would love to get the out at first base there, but it's not all bad. You keep Erlenbach at third base. Now you try to get back in your groove, because if you want, with the bases loaded, you can go back to the windup here instead of working from the stretch. He's going to work from the stretch. But you just get back in your groove, and you get yourself an out here, and you can be out of this inning. It's interesting, though, they're playing the infield in instead of keeping your middles back for a potential double play ball.
And the hitter is the pitcher. Quentin Lawrence is hitting. Andrew Schufeld is the normal man in this spot in the lineup, but it's Quentin Lawrence is hitting here in this bottom of the 5th. Lifted into center field.
Should get a run in.
Center fielder Baker measures.
Throw
to the plate, and he is out!
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was Talon Baker, who's into the game in center field, and he threw it on a line. Let's take a look.
That's just a tremendous job. Work by the catcher. That's close. The umpire standing right there. I can't question his judgment. He may have, maybe not, but
That's
hey,
close.
It's called out the plate. Great play all around.
So a bang play at the plate keeps us tied at 1. We'll go to break. 6th inning of this tie game, 1-1. Coming up after this pause. Oh my. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Jackson takes the handoff, throws the deep ball. He's got a man. Catch made. Rolling, throwing, has a man. First down, the grab by Cyrus. Billingsley keeps. Billingsley spins away from the tackle. Still going. Touchdown, Snyder. Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot! Brady, hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kind of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Well, a stellar defensive play to end the 5th inning. Talon Baker throwing out Demarion Erlenbeck at the plate as Erlenbeck attempted to tag and score the go-ahead run. And that keeps our score tied at 1 as we head to the 6th. And as we speak Talon Baker's name, he heads to the plate to lead off the top of the 6th. And bunt foul back. Interested in your perspective on this, Chris, as a lifetime baseball guy. It seems like at all levels it happens too often for it to be a coincidence where a guy makes an unbelievable defensive play
then leads
and you
off.
speak about him the entire break and then you look up and he's leading off the next inning.
Yeah, baseball is very crazy that way, that's for sure.
Pitch down in the dirt. The fake dirt in this case. 1-1. What a throw Talon Baker made. Like you said during the break, just to make that play close.
Yeah, as soon as he hit it, I said that's a sac fly. I mean,
right.
Giving the Wrens credit for a good at-bat, but, man, everything changes with a good throw from the center fielder, making it even that close. Put the pressure on the umpire. Got to love that as a defensive team.
2-1. Baker ahead in the count. Lorenz drops one in, missing the corner. Now it's 3-1.
If you're that second all gold team, you can't let that momentum swing affect you here. You cannot have a leadoff walk here if you're Lorenz.
And misses away. Baker does indeed work the leadoff walk in this top of the 6th.
And that rolls it right back to the top of the lineup.
Dalton York 0 for 2.
Wonder if you'll see a bunt here, Rob.
Baker has a fairly sizable lead over at first base. Pitch low.
I think right now would be a good time to go out there if you're the catcher and talk with Lorenz, settle him down, get him back throwing strikes. That's 4 out of 5 balls here so far in this inning.
The strike is in. 1-1 the count. Blooped into center field, and center fielder comes on, makes a catch at knee high, and fires to first, almost doubling Baker off, who's back in on his stomach.
Tell you what, Rob, if that ball is thrown on line to first base, Baker is out because that ball beat him there. He was caught too far out. Got to be careful when you're base running in that situation.
Dominowski made a running catch at about knee level. Almost doubled off Baker. Throw over. Baker's back. And that last play, Chris, with Dominowski coming in,
yes,
his momentum carried him into the throw.
And again, as the base runner, I had no problem with Baker getting off, being off as far as he was initially. But when you see the center fielder coming in towards you, that's when you got to start creeping back towards first base so you don't get doubled off. Because, listen, if Dominowski drops the ball in center field there and you're out at second, there's nothing you can do about it. But what you can't allow to happen is to potentially get doubled off at first base.
Johnny Timmons, the catcher, ahead in the count 2-0. Timmons 0 for 1, struck out in the first, walked in the fourth.
See, Rob, those are the little things that, unless you're a baseball person, the little minutia in the game, that's the kind of stuff I love teaching, right? I mean, it's one of those simple base running plays, but those are things that can cost you a baseball game. You get doubled off there if you're Baker. Now you've wasted a tremendous at-bat you had to draw a leadoff walk to get there, to give yourself a chance to try to move into scoring position.
Timmons waves at a pitch at the edge of the zone, and the count goes full 3-2. 1 out, 1 on, top of the 6th, the tie score.
Stays out
Slow
of double
roller
play.
to second. And the out recorded at first. So Schufelt makes the play. Baker able to get over to second on the ground out.
Yeah, Baker was on the move on the pitch. He took off. That keeps him out of the potential double play and keeps him, more importantly, from eliminating the lead runner. So now, if you're a 3-hitter, Ben McDaniel here, if you get a base hit, you take the lead in this game.
Foul back. McDaniel 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. Winner advances to tomorrow morning's semifinal. 2-seeded Saginaw Gold against the 7-seed Yard Goats out of Champaign, Illinois. McDaniel hits this ball high in the air to center field. Dominowski drifting over. Easily makes the play for the final out of the inning. So the Yard Goats get a leadoff walk, but Baker gets no further than second. We're through 5.5 in a tie score 1-1. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Top of the order due up for the Saginaw Gold here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Tie game. Starter Drew Steffen still out there working for the Yard Goats. Has allowed 4 hits. Our totals, actually 4 hits has Steffen has allowed. Struck out 4 and walked 2.
He has been very good today. Had some help from his defense last inning to get out of it unscathed. This is a huge, huge inning for the Saginaw Gold team because you play a 7-inning game. You come up, you lead off at the top of your order up in the bottom of 6. You gotta find a way to scratch one across. Doesn't matter how you do it, but you want to find a way to scratch one across here.
Drew Steffen out of Champaign Central High School. Going to work here for any number 6. And he'll face James Politis. Leadoff hitter. First pitch swinging, and it gets through the hole into left field, the base hit.
Well, that's a great start for Saginaw Gold here. And, man, you have to, if you're Sean Barta here, man, this is one of those situations. I'm not a big bunter, but I think this is a situation where you got to get the bunt down and give your 3 and 4 hitters a chance to drive the run in.
So Barta walked and scored in the first inning. That's the only run of the game for Saginaw Gold.
Back.
Popped out to the first baseman in the 3rd, did Barta.
Coaching me yelling back when I saw the left-handed pitcher lift his leg there. Forgot where I am.
Yep. Pitch inside a ball. Throw back to the pitcher, got away, but nothing happening there. Ellie De La Cruz scored a run on that the other night. On a pitch that's on the throw back to the pitcher that got 5 feet away from the pitcher.
Which is insane.
Pushed foul down the right side. Starting to see the teams from our next game filing into the ballpark. The Indy Sharks 2026 White and the Badger Baseball Academy 16U game. Sharks the 7th seed, Badger the 2 seed. That pitch down. That Badger Sharks game scheduled for approximately 1 o'clock. Banna steps back out. Now he's ready to go. Ball pops out of the glove.
There's your bunt right there.
Timmons. And the pass ball allows Politis to move on to second base.
Tell you what, this is the situation here where, again, like I said, I'm not the huge bunter anymore, but there's times when the bunt is necessary in the game. With my two-hitter up, the way I like to construct the lineup is my two-hitter, I want to be kind of my best bat handler. Therefore, my two-hitter's got to be able to put a bunt down anytime I give it to him. So I'd love to see the two-hitter bunt the runner over to third base here. Then you give your three-hitter, who should be your best hitter, the chance to drive him in.
Yeah, you beat me in my question. So you would have in this hypothetical situation, you'd have your two-hitter lay one down.
I would here. But again, if he's my best bat handler, I still have to believe that he has the ability to also hit a ground ball to the right side of the field to get my runner over at third base as well. So that does the job as well. There he does.
That's
just outstanding. That's great baseball.
Does Barta. And he's out at first, but he does his job, moving Politis over to third with a ground ball out to second.
I love when the game is played the right way. That is how you do it right there if you're Sean Barta. You get to the 3-2 count, hit the ball to the right side on the field, hit it hard on the ground. Now you give your 3 and 4 hitters a chance to get the job done.
Owen Dominowski to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, popped out in the foul territory of the first baseman.
Infield is in. This is the absolute best time for a hitter. If you're Dominowski, you're looking for a ball between, I like to say between your belt buckle and your chest, to where you can get it up in the air, hit it hard. You're trying to stay through the middle of the field. What you don't want to do is smoke a ball hard at the ground at the third baseman. Not that either.
Straight up in the air in the infield. Second baseman Henderson calling and makes the catch for the second out.
That you don't want either, and that's, folks, that's not the infield fly rule because there's not runners on first and second or first, second, and third. So that's just a fly ball in the infield to second base. You got to make the catch to get the out, and they do that. And it's a great time conversation to come out for your coach. You talk with Stephen, let him know the situation. You got 2 outs here, runner on third. You actually want to have the conversation with your catcher as well. This is when you got to make sure your catcher knows he's got to be a brick wall. You cannot let a curveball in the dirt get by you. You got to catch everything, and you just give some reassurance to your pitcher, give him the confidence to get out of this inning.
Well, an extended conversation going on at the mound, and we saw the head coach of the Yard Goats patted his pitcher Stefan on the shoulder 2 or 3 times, as if to reinforce, like, I believe in you.
That's right.
To get this last out and get us out of this inning.
I love it. I love that mound visit right there. Some people think, why would you take that mound visit right there when he's got a good groove going on, just got the fly ball? But it's just for that reason right there. Just instill even more confidence in your pitcher. Make him have that good feeling going into this batter.
So Matt Miller's 1 for 2. Fouls it back. As Chris remarked earlier, Miller got his base hit on a ball that he fisted about 60 feet, blooped it over the third baseman's head, and then absolutely lasered a ball that landed right in the shortstop's glove, and he's 1 for 2. Base hit here, though, breaks the tie in this bottom of the 6th. Foul out of play, and Steffen's ahead in the count 0-2.
Steffen comes out, pumps 2 fastballs for strikes. Now again, if you are the catcher, Johnny Timmons, you got to be big here. You cannot let anything get by you. If he wants to throw that curveball, he's got to be confident to snap that thing off here.
Here comes the 0-2. Just misses. Steffen thought he had strike 3.
He did.
4 steps to the dugout.
But what I liked about what Steffen did after that, he kind of pointed to himself saying, my bad to the umpire. Don't want to show the umpire up here. I love the strategy that's being played in this baseball game right now.
Steffen's ready with the 1-2. Foul off the end of the bat. Go-ahead run rests at third base. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning, tie game.
The other little baseball rule of thumb that I love that I saw in this game, after that mound visit, Matt Miller was ready to swing. A lot of times the best pitch you'll see is right after that mound visit, and he swung the fastball, was right on it and fouled it straight back.
Now Timmons calls time, the catcher, and comes out from behind the plate to say something down to the third baseman, Dalton York, relative to holding the runner Politis at third.
Oh,
line
good
drive
piece of hitting.
up the middle, base hit. That'll bring a run in and put Saginaw Gold back in front 2-1. Matt Miller delivers the 2-out hit.
Folks, that's just really good baseball there. And I'm going to go back to, obviously, a great job, the leadoff hit by Politis, the leadoff man. But Sean Barta, I want to give him a ton of credit. He made an out in the inning, but it was such a huge at-bat for him with 2 strikes. They hit a hard ground ball to the second baseman to advance Politis from second to third, and now that gives your 3 and 4 hitters, your best hitters, an opportunity to get the run in, and they did that. And I tell you what, Stephen is walking off the field. That kid, young man, should not be hanging his head. He threw a heck of a ball game here today.
Well, Drew Steffen heads to the dugout. The Yard Goats making a pitching change. We'll go ahead and keep it here as Steffen done for the day at 5 2/3 innings. The runner at first base is his responsibility. New pitcher is the third baseman, Dalton York. So we'll have some scrambling defensively for the Yard Goats. We'll get that straightened out for you when we get the opportunity. But York, the right-hander, coming on to try and get this last out of the inning, with Saginaw Gold taking a 2-1 lead on the 2-out RBI single by Matt Miller. Miller has 2 of the 6 hits for Saginaw Gold this morning.
It's a really good approach there by Matt Miller, staying through the middle of the field. Gets a fastball from a left-hander, kind of middle of the way, and he doesn't try to do too much, and he just smokes a line drive in towards center field. Just really good piece of hitting. Love to see that.
So Dalton York, who began this game at third base, is the new pitcher. And Will Chikora is the third baseman. So York's got one more, and we'll be ready to go. Gavin Schmidt due up. Yard Goats will have the middle of the order due up in the top of the 7th. But first, Dalton York trying to take care of business and get out of this 6th inning with the damage limited to 1 run.
It's big. It'd be a big deal if he can do that.
And he pours a strike in on the outside corner.
A lot easier chasing 1 than 2 late in the game like this. Oh, good pitch. I think the bottom fell out of that ball.
Yeah, Schmidt swung right over the top of it. And York is quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Pitch up. Miller a short lead over at first. His RBI single is the difference right now.
That's a great
outside
pitch.
Corner just missed.
That is almost like a slider, because that ball had a lot of tail last minute there, broke away from the right-handed batter. That was not just your normal fastball.
That pitch missed away.
It's kind of everything he's throwing is kind of cutting. Got throws like a cutter.
And now the count 3-2. That'll, with 2 outs, that'll put the runner Miller in motion. Throw over. That was closer than initially appeared.
It's a good feat there by Mr. York on that pickoff move, because that wasn't even a big leadoff, and he almost got him.
3-2. Hit hard right at the shortstop Miller, who takes 2 steps and lunges to his right to end the inning. But in the inning, Saginaw Gold gets a run on 2 hits and takes a 2-1 lead. We head to the top of the 7th. 2-1 our score on the ISC Sports Network.
Jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn.
What a swim! 6 of them.
Now the Yard Goats trailing this one 2-1. Potentially down to their last 3 outs in this top of the 7th. Hitters 4, 5, 6 due up for the visitors on the scoreboard. Our totals through 6 innings. Saginaw Gold with 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 5 left. Yard Goats a run, 2 hits, no errors, and 4 left. Quentin Lawrence, who came on in relief in the 4th inning, trying to close this one out. He would be the winning pitcher in this one if he's able to record 3 more outs. Finn Miller, the leadoff hitter, cleanup batter, 0 for 2 today. Hit hard, and it kicks off the rubber, and there'll be no play. Now the throw came in, but it was way late. That ball came up the middle, kicked off the rubber, and went about 20 feet in the air. Barta had to wait for it to come down. And Miller aboard with the field turf infield single.
That's right. I think you're going to see a bunt here by Wagner. Let's see what you have on. Oh,
Wagner
no.
swinging and lines it into left field, a base hit.
Coach, you've never seen me hit. I'm not bunting, I'm swinging.
So 2 quick hits for the Yard Goats, who had just 2 hits through 6 innings, and now the Yard Goats with back-to-back hits to lead off the top of the 7th.
Another good bunt situation here, but you'll see what they decide to do.
First baseman Schmidt is in tight at first. Pitch outside.
Did see Henderson kind of come up on the bat some to lay a bunt down.
Henderson 0 for 2. Swinging there and fouls it back.
If you are trying to bunt in this situation as a hitter, you want to try to get that bunt down to third baseline because that first baseman will be crashing hard. He'll be right in your face.
Outside corner, and Henderson fouls that one off.
Now, if you're Lorenz, you're thinking strikeout. You need a strikeout here.
Colby Parrott waits on deck.
Yes, he did.
Check swing, and he went.
Yes, he
did
did.
Henderson. That's the first out of the inning and the first strikeout of the game for Lawrence.
Yep,
One away.
Need to try to move the runners up in that situation. That puts a little pressure on Parrott here.
Parrott 0 for 1.
Good
Base
swing.
hit into right center field. Cut off by the center fielder. They're sending the runner. The throw is short of the plate. Throw down to second. And that runner's safe. And running behind the head of the play and scoring is Wagner. And the Yard Goats have taken a 3-2 lead.
Wow. This is a really aggressive base running by the Yard Goats there. And probably some unnecessary throws by Saginaw Gold.
So the throw to get Miller at the plate is up the field, so Miller scores easily, but then when Hartman tried to throw down to second, and meanwhile ball hit to short.
Whoa.
Fielded on a funny hop throw over to first. Nice play by Barta for the second out of the inning.
Six-three put out. Now you have 2 outs with a runner on third. Let's see if the Yard Goats can get this runner another run in, because if you can go up by 2 here, that puts you in a lot better position.
Will Chikora. Foul back.
It's been really interesting approach by the Yard Goats here. They've been much more aggressive here and really hit some balls right on the nose in this top half of the 7th inning.
There's no interest in bunting. They are, they are hitting lasers.
That's right.
In this top of the 7th. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
Now Saginaw Gold has hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up in the bottom of the 7th. Foul out of play down the right side. Yard Goats plating 2 in the top of the 7th to take their first lead of the game.
It's a good take right there by Chikora. Really good take. Pitchers, that's a pitch a lot of hitters swing over the top of for strike 3. Jammed him.
Back to the pitcher. Lawrence flips to first for the out. However, the Yard Goats grab their first lead of the game. 3 hits in the inning, 2 runs scored, and a runner left. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Last roundup time for Saginaw Gold as the Yard Goats lead 3-2 on the ISC Sports Network.
The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score!
Hey there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
Derek, do you know what we do not have in common with Ted Lasso?
What's that, Jake?
We made it beyond 3 seasons.
Oh, we're going to make it like 30, 40, 50 seasons. As long as your heart holds out, that is. Query and Schultz every Tuesday night. You can watch it right here on the ISC Sports Network, on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, X, podcast,
X
whatever it is. Just call it whatever you want.
Twitter doesn't exist.
Just make sure Tuesday nights, Query and Schultz, 7:30, all season long, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
We outlasted Twitter.
We did.
Well, Dalton York, who came on to get the final out of the 6th inning, is out for his first full inning of work and trying to close this one out for the Yard Goats, who strung together 3 hits in 4 batters. That resulted in 2 runs, and it flipped the lead in their favor for the first time today. So 3-2 our score. The 7-seed Yard Goats, the 2-seed Saginaw Gold. Gold down to their last at bats. Leading off this bottom of the 7th, L.J. Hartman, the catcher, 0 for 2.
The partner and I are paying attention to York and warm-ups, man. Everything he's throwing is cutting away from right-handed batters.
That's lifted straight back.
Just out of play.
Timmons ran out of room.
Bro, I'm just looking at the sky. It's got to be pretty comfortable out there, man. The cloud cover you have may make it tough for outfielders judging fly balls. Maybe, maybe not, depending just the color of that sky. The clouds there could be tough. Haven't seen any issues so far, though.
Off the end of the bat, slap foul. Down the line and out of play.
You know, I've been to Logansport here to watch a lot of baseball games, but every time I'm here, it is miserable weather. It is cold because it is early in the high school season, and it is not fun. That's a great pitch. That is a tremendous pitch right there.
Just missed the corner.
And I don't have any issues with the home plate umpire not calling because he's been tremendous all day, in my opinion.
2-2. Same spot, maybe a little further outside, and the count goes full to the leadoff man, L.J. Hartman.
I like York trying it again. Nothing wrong with that.
Lifted in the air to left field.
Man, left fielder
Wagner
really
started
shallow.
in, then started back, and squeezes it for the first out.
Really shallow out there at left field.
All the outfielders today look like they've been playing very
Yes,
shallow.
No kidding.
You patrolled the outfield at the high school and the college level. That's one thing you don't get on these artificial surface fields is you don't get those worn spots. Oh, I'm going to stand here because that's
right.
where everybody else has been standing.
That's right. Yeah, that's always a little cheater spot, right? Coach, I don't know where to stand. Hey, just stand where everyone else has been standing.
That's right. Here's Demarion Erlenbeck. 0 for 1. Boy, now in the context of this 3-2 lead for the Yard Goats, Erlenbeck coming to the plate brings us back to how the 5th inning ended with Erlenbeck being thrown out at the plate on a sacrifice fly to center field attempt on a great throw by Talon Baker to end the inning.
It's a great throw, and again, I don't have any problem with the send there to send Erlenbeck. You have to send him there. It's just one of those bang-bang baseball plays.
Erlenbeck ahead in the count 3-0. Pulls the bat back, strike one, poured in.
Need to keep this guy off the bases. He's a problem on the base paths.
Hit
Oh.
to first base,
Oh,
diving
no.
stop by
Oh,
McDaniel.
wow.
Oh,
Wow.
and a bang-bang play.
Wow.
Erlenbeck is out. McDaniel made a sliding stop and then threw it behind the pitcher covering York, and York able to lunge back and get the bag with his right foot. Take a look.
So for all you that say pitchers aren't athletes, you're wrong because Mr. York just told you he is. Now, he started the game today as your third baseman, and that makes sense how athletic he was there, but that is a heck of a play by both the first baseman and the pitcher.
Second out of the inning. Here's Ryan Pittman, who began the game as the starting pitcher for the Saginaw Gold. He's 1 for 2 as Pittman.
And may I say, Pittman was very good on the mound today.
Hit wide of the bag, a third and foul.
I've been impressed with every pitcher we've seen here. Pittman and Lorenz from the Yard Goats, and then you have what we've seen York and Steffen from Saginaw Gold. I mean, just been really, really good.
2 outs. 1-1 count. The Yard Goats leading 3-2. Winner of this game advances to the semifinal tomorrow morning, 10:45 game at Rossville High School.
Good hitters park there.
Strike taken right at the letters. Evening up the count at 2-2. We'll look at Talon Baker, the center fielder, standing just in front of our center field camera. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Yard Goats knock off the number 2 seed Saginaw Gold.
Wow.
Coming from behind with a 2-run 7th to win this game 3-2. Dalton York in relief gets the win. 3 hits in the top of the 7th leads to 2 runs for the Yard Goats, and what a win for the Yard Goats. What a well-played game by both of these clubs, Chris.
Really well pitched game, really well played game. Saw some good defense, saw some good offense at times. This was really fun to watch.
Reminder, our next game will pit the Badger Baseball Academy, the 2 seed, against the Indy Sharks 2026 White, the 7 seed in the 16U bracket. That game's slated to start around 1 o'clock, maybe a little sooner. We'll be back with you then, but until then, we'll catch back with you at the top of the hour. This has been, on behalf of our entire ISC Sports Network crew, Rob Brown saying, for now, so long, everybody.